There are so many major news stories and rumors to share with you guys today, and there's still so much fallout from the 2025 Royal Rumble, which was arguably the most surprising Rumble in recent years due to the absolutely shocking winner. Triple H chose for the men's Royal Rumble match that quite literally caught everyone off guard. Even Jey Uso's own loyal fans were shocked that he was booked to win the match, over the likes of Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, John Cena, or even Drew McIntyre. Now we'll start off the video with the major exclusive news we've been provided with regarding none other than CM Punk, who we've heard was legitimately furious following the 2025 Royal Rumble and feels legit screwed over by Triple H at the last second. So clearly Drew McIntyre and Damian, who were upset about Logan Paul and LA Knight messing up their big Royal Rumble spot, aren't the only ones upset with the match this year for one reason or another, as CM Punk joins the list of talent angry with the way in which Triple H booked the Royal Rumble. And later on in the video, we'll talk about how there are now reports that some WWE stars are actually angry about Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble match. But let's start off with this crazy CM Punk news. Now, as some of you guys are likely aware, it was reported the other day that Triple H and the WWE had planned for Main Event Jey Uso to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match since either the beginning of January or at the end of last year in December, meaning that talent have known for quite a while that Jey Uso was being positioned to win the Royal Rumble match this year. And while CM Punk had reportedly been told months before WWE decided on Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble that he was also strongly being considered for the 2025 Royal Rumble match winner, one source mentioned that CM Punk was fine with Jey winning the Royal Rumble, just as long as the one and only goal he has left in his career of main eventing WrestleMania wasn't going down the tube, so to speak. If he wasn't going to be booked to win the Rumble, and we have been told that at the time of it being revealed to some of the top stars, including CM Punk, that the company had decided on having Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble, Triple H reportedly pulled Punk aside after the announcement and promised him that they were still going to have him featured in the main event of either night 1 or 2 of WrestleMania 41, so that there was no reason to worry about Jey being booked to win the Royal Rumble. However, a lot has changed creatively in WWE since Hunter made that promise to CM Punk, because we have been told that the idea Hunter planned to move ahead with, since CM Punk wasn't going to be winning the Royal Rumble, was that Punk would instead be booked to win the Elimination Chamber match on March 1st, which would have secured CM Punk a world title opportunity for WrestleMania this year. But those plans changed as of this past week leading up to the Royal Rumble, with creative reportedly canceling the plans of CM Punk winning Elimination Chamber in favor of John Cena winning that match. And this wasn't Triple H's original plan. Hunter never planned for Cena to be involved in a world title match at WrestleMania this year until Hunter was swayed by the outpouring of fan support for Cena, getting the big opportunity at winning his 17th world title at his last ever WrestleMania. And while Hunter felt bad that he was, in a sense, screwing over CM Punk, Triple H justified this change of plans because at the end of the day, he wants to give the fans what they want, and that nothing can ever be certain in WWE. Things are always changing. This means Punk is no longer being planned for a world title match at WrestleMania this year, as we have been told Jey Uso is going after Gunther and the World Heavyweight title at Mania, and John Cena will win Elimination Chamber to secure an undisputed title match with Cody Rhodes. And while some fans would try and make the argument that Punk could still main event one of the 2 nights at WrestleMania 41 in a non-title match, one source noted that WWE already have the 2 WrestleMania main event matches planned out, and CM Punk isn't factored into any of them, something that infuriated CM Punk when he found out about this just days before the Royal Rumble. It has been speculated that WWE are now considering booking a rematch between CM Punk and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania this year, or possibly a triple threat between Punk, Drew, and Rollins, a match in which would not be featured as a main event. So when CM Punk found out this news, he was reportedly furious that Triple H basically screwed him over and lied to him about his WrestleMania 41 plans. And that's why Punk was pretty pissed off after the Royal Rumble this year, because he knows he won't be main eventing WrestleMania, which is pretty unfortunate, as Punk can only hope that he gets the chance to headline WrestleMania 42 next year. But the bottom line is that Punk isn't too pleased with Triple H right now and just feels a bit screwed over, especially because he's getting up there in age, and he knows his time in the ring could be over at any given moment due to the wear and tear on his body. Next year isn't promised for Punk to even be able to wrestle. However, CM Punk's main goal during this latest run in WWE is to make money. and considering he's paid extremely well for every match he has in WWE, we have been told that Punk is going to put up with the backstage politics without a fight because the pay is too good to jeopardize, and just grit his teeth and hope that he gets his chance next year for a WrestleMania main event spot. Now, before we get into the major Jey Uso news, we have a backstage update regarding Triple H's and WWE's response to how fans reacted to Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair winning their respective Royal Rumble matches this year. While there's no doubt a lot of fans were happy with Charlotte Flair and Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble matches this year, it was one of those years where it seems as though the wrestling community are leaning towards being unhappy with the results, as the official YouTube videos of both stars' Royal Rumble wins have more dislikes on them than likes, which suggests that the overwhelming majority of fans aren't pleased with Jey and Charlotte winning the matches this year. However, according to one source, Triple H has not changed his stance on the fact that he feels he made the right call having Charlotte Flair and Jey Uso win, and that you simply can't please everybody. And we've been told that Hunter fully expects fans to come around to the idea of Charlotte and Jey winning the Royal Rumble this year, as he plans for their WrestleMania storylines or journeys to be done in a way that will make for very exciting television. So WWE are sticking with their decisions despite some pushback from fans. Now let's get into the Jey Uso story that you guys have probably been waiting for. It appears as though a good portion of the wrestling community aren't the only ones upset about Main Event Jey Uso being booked to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match, because according to one of our sources, some talent within WWE were surprised that Triple H was serious about even considering Jey Uso for the Royal Rumble win this year, and that they couldn't believe their eyes that Hunter actually booked Jey for the win, with the consensus being that most within the company view Jey Uso as a solid upper mid-card level talent, not the guy that you'd book as the winner of the Royal Rumble, especially a Royal Rumble match that was stacked with so many massive names. The belief is that some within WWE feel as though the only reason why Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble and is going to be getting such a massive push is because of the influence that Netflix now has over WWE with Monday Night Raw streaming on its platform. As the consensus we have been told is that Netflix officials requested for Jey to receive a bigger push due to his popularity and mainstream appeal, and some apparently feel like Jey isn't a guy Triple H would have pushed to this degree if it wasn't for Netflix really pushing for Jey to move up the card, and some talent in WWE reportedly feel like it's an undeserved push, similar to when WWE were trying to expand their market in India, which resulted in Jinder Mahal receiving a massive push out of nowhere as a marketing ploy. Regardless, Triple H is now fully behind the Main Event Jey Uso push, and if reports are true, he will have a run as World Heavyweight Champion during the second half of 2025, obviously with Jey's title run starting at WrestleMania 41 by dethroning Gunther. But the bottom line is that not all talent feel this Royal Rumble win, and subsequent push is deserved for Jey. Now, we think it's safe to say that it was a toss-up between Alexa Bliss and Joe Hendry regarding who got the biggest pop or crowd reaction at the 2025 Royal Rumble, but regardless, both stars received a massive ovation from fans. But as great as Alexa's return was, a new report has revealed a bit of a sad or bleak side to Alexa's big comeback, and to say that Alexa's return was a last-second thing is a massive understatement, as we've heard that as of Saturday morning, the other talent featured in the Women's Royal Rumble match had absolutely no idea Bliss was going to be coming back, and that Bliss's new deal with WWE could have been signed literally on the morning of the Royal Rumble. And unfortunately, it looks like one women's division star lost their spot in the Royal Rumble match due to Alexa Bliss's return, with one source noting that Shotzi was originally planned to have Alexa's spot in the Royal Rumble. But once Alexa's deal was finalized, she was penciled in to replace Shotzi, which is unfortunate for Shotzi as her big Royal Rumble spot was taken from her at the last second. And we have been told that some within WWE really felt bad for Shotzi losing out on this special moment. Now, obviously, Shotzi was never going to win the Royal Rumble match, but it is unfortunate to hear that she missed out on the opportunity of just making an entrance in front of such a massive crowd and being a part of the match for however long she was originally planned to be in it. We're definitely happy that Alexa Bliss returned, as that was one of the biggest highlights of the entire Royal Rumble show. But we hope WWE makes it up to Shotzi for having her Royal Rumble spot taken away from her at the last minute. Well, guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.